Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money into the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which had 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Jesus is telling us, use the talents that we have. Never think that because you're not the best singer, because you're not the best speaker, because you're not the best financial manager or whatever, because you're not the best construction worker or whatever it is, that you can't do something with what you have. You walked in here, you can do something for God with the few people in your circle. And I'm telling you, when you do that, He's going to enable you to do more.
Yes.
So it's about showing God that you're willing to help Him promote His kingdom. I'm telling you, you make one step, He'll help you make it the second one. All right, Brother Meadows, He helped you make the first one. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, if you use what God has given you, your physical, intellectual, speaking ability, He's going to make you stronger. He's going to build you up so that you can do more. If you make it a habit to give $10 per week, and He sees that you're faithful, He's going to enable you to give 15 or 20. Yeah, because of your faith. Yeah, it's all about faith. It's about your individual relationship with God. Don't be looking to see what the other people are doing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not, we went over those scriptures already. It's not about what the other people are doing. It's about what God sees you doing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, stop criticizing other people for what they're not doing. Focus on what you're doing for God. Yeah. Don't get into that trap. Oh, that was a really good sermon today. You know, every sermon should be good because the word is coming from God's book.
Yes.
Okay? Listen to the word. Stop looking at what the
All
preacher
right.
got on his back. You know, stop looking at his clothes if he got a haircut. You know, look at the scriptures,
Yes.
and maybe God wants you to hear these scriptures today.
That's right.
It's not about whether the preacher spin around and jumped up and down and, you know, sing a song or whatever. It's about the word. It's all about the word. And that's why we come here, to be reminded about some portion of these words. Preacher can't give you the whole book in one day, you know, but pay attention to the scriptures. Maybe God wants you to hear those scriptures this day, you know. Maybe you're going to need it when you leave, you know. Maybe you're going to need those scriptures. That should keep you awake.
Yes.
I guess we can move on. It's talking about the goats and the sheep. You know, it's like you have to make up in your mind, you know, do you want to be a goat or you want to be a sheep? You want, when you hear the word and when you study the word, if it tells you to do something, are you going to do what it says do, or are you going to fight against it? 'Cause I'm telling you, you know, if you fight against what the word tells you to do, after you understand what it's telling you to do, you're just cutting off your blessings.
Yes.
Okay? You have to put both feet in the spirit. Let's move on. I'll read it for you. Matthew 25:31. Matthew 25:31 to 46. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungry and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungry, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. I'll read it again. Let me do that again. Matthew 25:31 to 46. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungry and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungry, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungry, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer unto them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
Wow.
individual responsibility.
Yeah,
You
even
can't
lifted
sit
them
back.
up.
This is for everybody. What I just read is for everybody.
Yeah.
All of us have individual responsibility.
Right.
All of us don't stand up and talk to thousands of people, but all of us interact with somebody sometime.
That's right.
And, you know, some of those times is an opportunity for us to share with them how to end their suffering and how to live a life that's pleasing unto God, and in the process have peace and joy in our life. God, the Lord wants us to share that with people. And all of us cross paths with somebody sometime. So it's sinful to not share with people that we see suffering, how to end their suffering. I have one more scripture. Second Corinthians 5:10. Individual responsibility. 2 Corinthians 5:10. I'll read it for you. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
Okay. Wow.
Everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. Individual responsibility.
You can't say we don't know.
We're going to be standing by ourselves, giving account of our life. So then we want to get into the habit of doing and taking the opportunity, after we study and learn, to share it with people in the world. Share it with each other, build each other up, encourage one another to do good. Share it with our family. Share it with our co-workers when we're not working. Maybe we're taking a lunch break or whatever, before work, after work. Share it with the people at the cleaners, at the grocery store, wherever we go, we come across. It's about doing. And then, once we get into the habit of doing, of walking the way the Lord tells us to walk, then the blessings will start coming to us, and we can experience joy and peace. Yeah. So that's all I have for today. Everybody's quiet. It's okay. I think that means you're taking it all in.
Oh, yeah.
And you got your paper that you can, help you share some of this concept of individual responsibility, so that people are clear. It took me a long time. I was baptized in 2002. That was 15 years ago. But 15 years ago, I was baptized, and I think June makes about 4 years that I've been teaching class. So that means 11 years I sat on the pews and learned and listened, okay? But the blessings really didn't start coming until I started doing, until I started sharing what I learned with other people. And then eventually I started, teaching class. And that helped me even more, because to come to a class and speak to other people, you really want to have some scripture to back up what you're saying, because that causes you to put more time into preparing, which benefited me probably maybe more than it did you all, because before I started teaching class, I would read my Bible 1 or 2 hours a week, working spending so many hours a day working, reading my Bible 1 or 2 hours a week. When I started teaching class, that increased up to 8, 9 hours a week. So I got the benefit, you know, and there were a few brothers that cheered me on. Said, Brother Deans, why don't you start teaching class? They knew it was good for me. I didn't know. I said, I'll think about it. You know, a couple of weeks later, I asked Brother Matthews if I could. So then, but that's doing. You know, when you start speaking for the Lord, the blessings start coming. So some of you may remember my first 3 months that I was teaching, every other word was you know. I said every other word, but I kept speaking. Now I can talk all day and never say you know.
Because you sure
like,
of yourself, man.
I'm sorry?
You sure of yourself, done. You got God on.
I think you know, that's true. But I also think that when you start walking, it becomes easier to walk.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, when you start reading your book, your understanding, when you desire to understand, the Lord will help you understand.
Yes.
And then it becomes easier for you to talk about stuff,
That's right.
you know, because your understanding is
What you
getting
see,
better.
yeah.
So we're talking about individual responsibility. Just a few people in your circle. Let them know that their choices, their lifestyle is what's causing them to struggle for the most part. Let them know where peace and joy really is. It's with the Lord. And that's our individual responsibility. And when we start doing that, the Lord blesses us. Yeah. You cut the camera off, please? Thank you. We're done.